it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's Ask Dr. Oz time. I always look forward to hearing your questions, so remember, this is a no embarrassment zone. All right, who wants to go first? Take it away. What's your name?
My name's Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
And I just turned 40, and my appearance anxiety has gone off the charts, and I bought a book on facercising. And
Facercising.
facercising, which is supposed to avoid plastic surgery because I'm vain, but I'm cheap, okay? so, like, the exercises are so freakish, you can't do them in front of my boyfriend. I mean, like, they're like, press down here.
Yeah, show me a couple.
Okay, so it's like, press down here and use your facial resistance, like little push-ups on your cheekbones, or like supposedly doing resistance against your nose. It's going to shorten your nose. So here I am doing these things in the bathroom. And is this just ridiculous waste of my time, or could it actually have a positive impact on my appearance?
Who here has heard of facercising? A couple people, good. All right, here's the deal with facercising. It turns out that one of the reasons that our face muscles sag is because over time we lose a lot of that collagen, the wiring that holds together the muscles and the skin. And part of it's because of like this whole time. So guess what? The Japanese do a lot of facercising. They seem to have less wrinkles. It could be genetic, but exercises like pulling out on your left like this, right, and then forcing your muscles back together again, they probably should keep those muscles taut, and for that reason prevent some of the sagging that occurs with gravity. So pretty straightforward, very rational thing to do. Doesn't cost you any money. I must say, if I were in your shoes, I'd keep doing it. All right. Now, our next question comes via email from Crystal in New Orleans. Crystal writes, Dr. Oz, why do the soles of my feet get a burning, tingling sensation after drinking red wine? Everybody, when they drink alcohol, experiences a little bit of dilation of the blood vessels. That's a natural response when you have the alcohol. It's one of the reasons, by the way, that a little bit of alcohol might be good for you. But for some people, when they have that trigger of alcohol, their vessels dilate so much that they have a rush of blood, especially to their legs and to their feet. And so it gets very hot and it begins to tingle because of the heat that's being released, because the blood's going by the skin. Not a big deal. The action step is to try to avoid drinking alcohol because you're sensitive to it. But vitamin B12, for some of you, may be helpful. Not if you have that diagnosis, but some people have B12 deficiency. And because of that, their nerves don't conduct electricity quite the right way. And they get hypersensitive to lots of things, including alcohol. So it's a great question. I like making those diagnoses once in a while on the show. All right, now the question. Yes, ma'am. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Ruth, and I was just wondering, it's the end of summer, and yet again, there are 4 people in my family, 2 of us, mosquito bites kill us the entire summer, the other 2, nothing. We'll go to the same event, same picnic, same barbecue, 2 of us get bitten, and the other 2 don't, and I was just wondering, same family, why is that?
Yeah, isn't that one of the most frustrating things? You go out to an event, your blood relatives even will sometimes have differences in how they respond to mosquitoes. Well, guess what? The mosquitoes find us by looking at 2 things. They look at our body temperature, and they look at the amount of carbon dioxide coming off of us. So people who are hot will often attract mosquitoes to them. But guess what? People who are stressed will also. And so interestingly, folks who go to the same event and are a little bit more tense about things will tend to not attract the mosquitoes in the same way as people around them. So that may be one question you want to pursue. The other issue, of course, is why do some people respond so much to the mosquito bites to begin with? And it turns out that if you're stung enough, you actually begin to develop different amounts of response. You actually get more acclimated to it. So that could also alter the response. And one little trick for everybody out there, keep in mind, mosquitoes, they love perfume. So keep the scents away. That's why women get bitten, I think, a lot more than men do oftentimes. And the other thing is mosquitoes, the bright colors, they don't like that. So bright colors, no scents, that's your goal. Okay. One last question. I got one last video question. It's from Josephine in New Jersey. Take a look.
Hi, Dr. Oz. I'm Josephine from New Jersey. It's a little embarrassing, but I'd like to know, why is it that I get more facial hair as I get older? Can you help?
Ooh. Well, I don't have to ask how many of you have this problem, because it's about half of you. About half the American public has facial hair they don't want. It's driven by hormonal changes, especially through change of life. But in younger women, there is a condition called PCOS, or polycystic ovarian disease, and that's a condition where the ovaries often have little cysts on them, but more importantly, you're secreting more of testosterone. And because it's about 5 to 10% of young women, it's an important cause of infertility. So when we see facial hair in a young woman, we always look for that possible diagnosis. Now here's the good news. You can get rid of the hair in almost any way you want. You can wax it, you can tweeze it, but shaving actually works pretty well. And you know that wives' tale about if you shave, it'll come back harder? It's not true. So if I were you, I just shave. I do it every day. All right, fantastic. Great questions. Thank you very, very much. Listen, if you'd like to be part of our Ask Dr. Oz segment, go to the website, droz.com, send me your questions, and we'll have you on. We'll be right back.